So today, guys, we're out here checking the ring gap on these rings, and we're putting them in here in the center walls, and we're gonna get them the actual right gap, so that way they don't get messed up under boost. I don't have my light. I don't know, it would be a lot better if I actually had my little setup to have my light and all. If he's checking the ring gap to see what the actual, let me see if I can get a, there you go. Yeah, check the ring gap. And make sure there's enough clearance so that way when it heats up and it swells, it don't butt up. So I checked the first one. It's supposed to be 12 thousandths is what it needed to be. With it, what it is right now, it's 18 thousandths. And I'm gonna check the rest of them and see what they come out to be. We're gonna check number 2, nice little tips. That way you make sure you get it to be exactly flush. Just check the piston, and you kind of just go ahead and stick it in there, and that way it'll be the same. It'll be flat in there, and it'll be level, and it won't be. You actually get a true reading instead of it being wrong from it being cockeyed. Right there, the same thing as 18 thousandths. Yeah, so this motor's a little worn out. You can definitely tell, but it'll be fun to see what we can make with it. So I came over here today to work on the bottom end, the B18 for the turbo car, but my buddy had me wants me to put in a radio for him, and his little stock S10 has got this little stock radio right here, and so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna install this real nice Alpine for him. So we have a backup camera. He's got to buy that. He didn't buy the right kit that came with it, but I'll get it installed for him, and then as soon as he gets the backup camera, I'm gonna install that for him too. But so yeah, I got a little sidetracked today working on this S10 right here, but yeah. So I got this thing installed now. Looks like it's made to go there. But yeah, it works. So I got the bottom end back together, got all the pistons in it, got them torqued to the 26 pounds. I used ARP stuff, assembly lube. I cleaned the pistons and the rods and all that, the bores, before I put them in, and then oiled them real well. Got the bottom end put back together, and then I'm gonna go pull the pan from my motor that came out of the turbo car, because it's got the return line bung on the oil pan, and I gotta pull the flywheel and the clutch off the other one, come put it on this motor, and then we can put that on the transmission and get that back actually in the car and actually start trying to get this thing back together. And I'll put the cylinder head on it and all that while it's in the car. I got the winches tray back on. Now I'm gonna put the oil pickup back on, and then we'll put the oil pan on. Now I got the oil pickup back on. Now I'm gonna go over there and rob the oil pan that's got the turbo return line on it, because this one, I'm gonna put one on it, but I still gotta order the stuff for it, and then I'll put it on there and weld it in. But for the time being, I can't use this pan, so it's going to get put to the side. So here's the motor that came back out. It's been sitting for a few months, so the cylinder walls have already rusted, but it's got the oil pan I gotta pull off of it, crankshaft balancer's got to come off. The brackets for the alternator got to come off of it. Vent box. The oil feed line has to come off of it. The water neck and all that kind of stuff. The mounts. But I'm going to take all these pieces off of here, clean them up real nice, and then they're going to go on the new block that's going back in the car. So, alright, so I got the motor torn down, got the pan off of it, got all the extra stuff, water tube, everything I'm going to use from it, got all that stuff pulled off. I'm going to turn it down completely so we can send it off to the machine shop, but I'm not going to worry about that today. I got all those parts set aside and I'm going to clean them real well, and then I'll work on putting them on this. And we'll actually get them on this bottom end that's going to go back in the car. And once I get all those pieces put on this bottom end, then I'm going to put it on the transmission and we'll put it back in the car and get the car rolling again. And then I'll get the cylinder head finished off. But it's coming together. It shouldn't take too much longer. I'm trying to get the motor back in there, trying to keep things rolling. So thanks for watching, guys. That's all the time I had before it started to get dark on me. If you like what you saw and want to follow the build, remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell.